introduce myself. My name is Shahira binti Nur Ibrahim. I would like to present with my group members regarding our industrial training program at Bangkita Ceramic Studio that we have been through from 16 August until 5th November 2021.
Hi, my name is Nur Ainin Isha binti Tuan Azmi. My matric number is 2020615076.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Siti Nur Afiqah binti Hisham. I am from Fine Art Department AD228, majoring in ceramic. My student ID is 2019256242.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aidil bin Muhammad Khairuddin. Today I want to present about my industrial training at Bangkita Ceramic Studio.
Okay, before we start our presentation, I would like to inform you guys that we have undergone industrial training for 3 months at Bangkita Ceramic Studio located in Kampung Sijangkang, Teluk Pandan-Megarang, Selangor. For our practical training, the 4 of us work physically at Bangkita Ceramic Studio, and our working hours are from 8:30 AM until 5 PM. Unless a firing process is required, we will work overtime and take turns. Now proceed to the next slide, which is organizational chart. On the left side, these are the organizational chart of Bangkita Ceramic Studio. Bangkita Ceramic Studio, founded in 2013, the community of ceramic enthusiasts working side by side in a friendly environment that encourage and inspire artistic growth. Encik Muhammad Iqbal bin Awang Damit is the founder of Bangkita Ceramic Studio, where it is located in Kampung Sijangkang, Teluk Pandan-Megarang. They have 8 staff. 2 of them are working under management team, who is Kak Nazira binti Aminuddin and Nur Shahira binti Fuadi, and they are rarely in the studio because they work from home. The rest in the production team, who is Muhammad Faizal, Siti Zulaifa, Wan Nurhanina, Muhammad Faik, Abu Hanafia, and the last one is Muhammad Azrul Adan. This company produce and sell locally handmade ceramic product, and they also have a retail shop located at Kedai.kl in Masa Avenue, Petaling Jaya. Bangkita Ceramic Studio also serve local artists and the community by providing them with the best tool for getting inspired and creating art. Then the good part is Bangkita Ceramic Studio has provided accommodation for students undergoing practical training there. Besides, Bangkita Ceramic Studio have strategic position and is easy to explore as an industrial training place for students to learn more knowledge and experience.
For the task, I want to talk about mixer the glaze. Use the mixer to mix the glaze that has been clumped on the bottom. Turn your hand to the left during the glaze mixer to ensure that the glaze lump below may be mixed. Mixer until there are no more lumps of glaze on the bottom. Filter the glaze after finishing the mixer to remove any strange object. Next is dipping the glaze. Before dipping the glaze, it is necessary to make sure that the biscuit has been finishing biscuit to avoid rock mark or hole on the ceramic product. For plate product, the biscuit will be dipping using the first base color 2 times before the next color is also dipping 2 times. Can also make the pattern on product such as brush stroke pattern. For cup product, it is necessary to dip the inside of the cup first to the level the glaze on the inside of the cup. Then when you dip the outside of the cup, keep moving your rice to keep right to remove air from the inside of the cup. Next is send the product to the Bangkita store. After packing, the product will be sent to the Bangkita store located in Kedai KL. Delivery using a Hilux car to bring the product to the store. The product will be opened and stock record as it arrives at the store, making it easier for the store staff to keep note of the stock. Product will be arranged according to product designed to facilitate product search. Next is kneading the clay. To remove bubble in the clay, it must be kneading until it dense. During kneading, keep plaster of Paris away from the clay because it can cause the product to crack. Place the clay in the shady place after kneading. This is to keep it moist.
Finishing throwing. After the product is finished from the trim, we finishing the product before firing biscuit. How to finishing throwing? A sponge, a bowl of water, some clay, all is required. Before rubbing the sponge on the product surface, soak it in the water and squeeze away the excess. After that, gently smooth the surface on the outside part of the product. We will use the preserved clay to cover the hole by applying a little on the part and flat it again. After finishing, flatten all the surface on each product, then let the product dry completely before firing biscuit. Firing biscuit. Product must be completely 100% dry before we put in the kiln for firing biscuit, because if not dry 100%, the product will have problems such as breakage or crack on the surface. The kiln need to be filled with the product to be burned. The time required for firing biscuit is 12 hours. Temperature 0 until 200 degrees Celsius is the soaking time for the product. Temperature 200 until 600 degrees Celsius need to open the vents on the kiln. Temperature 600 until 950 degrees Celsius is the soaking time for product. Once the temperature has reached 950 degrees Celsius, mean firing biscuit is done. The time taken to reach temperature can open the door is 90 until 80 degrees Celsius below. Finally, take out all the product by wearing the glove. Finishing biscuits. By using sandpaper to smooth the surface of the product. The cracked product will be discarded or will be used as a sample material. After smoothing the surface, the product is ready to through the next process, which is the glaze process. Clay recycling process. Collect all hardened clay in one container. The container will be filled with water. Let the clay soak overnight before pouring over the plaster of Paris, which is POP. Once the clay has become thick and there are no lumps, it can be poured over the plaster of Paris evenly and with the same thickness. Only after the clay is a little dry, it can be kneaded according to the same size. Store in a closed place to maintain the moisture of the clay.
Now I will talk about the tasks, projects and activity that was given to me and my friends during the 3 months of internship. On the first week of internship, I was given the task to edit the sticker logo using Canva application, and then we would print out the logo on the sticker paper and cut according to the round shape of the logo manually. The logo is the Ceramika Kopi logo, which has just been launched at Sepingan Semangkok by Bangkita Ceramic Studio. At first, we only cut the logo sticker manually in a small amount to test the market if the beverages launched are well received or not in the cafe. As it was well received, we proceed to order a custom-made sticker to make it easier for everyone to remove and paste the sticker on the plastic cups at the cafe. We were required to work at Sepingan Semangkok Cafe for a week to experience working in food and beverages field and to learn on how to handle customer order, handle atmosphere especially during peak hours and many more. It is also related with public relation field. We work in pair, so initially Shaira and Aidil worked together for a week, and for the following week, me and Afika took turns working at the cafe for a week too. So we work as a waiter in the cafe, and among the jobs we do while working there are delivering food to customer table, wipe the table, mopping and serving serving customer. It was quite tough and challenging for me since I have not worked in F&B environment for a long time. Besides that, we were given the task of doing food photography session on a daily basis for marketing purpose with different menu every day. So, and above other result of our photo shoot session, during me and Afika work for a week. To be conclude, it was a wonderful experience because it taught us so many things, especially in handling customer and order. In 3 months of industrial training, we got chances to meet and having classes with Professor Awandami Ahmad on every Friday morning, as he was the father of Encik Mama Iqbal, who is our boss. He shared his experience with Encik Iqbal during their journey to Japan and Taiwan transit in exploring ceramic craft. They also had the opportunity to get acquainted and meet one of the famous Japanese artists in the world, who is Yayoi Kusama. Many ideas they get while visiting foreign countries and they try to apply in Bangkita. In addition, we also have the opportunity to learn and share our development ideas, drawing, to bring out for our next semester. He will guide us to get some good and interesting idea. Sometimes, he will also share the story of his life journey as a Malaysian painting artist. On the last day of class with Prof. Awang Damit, he shared the topic about Rupa and Jiwa by Zakaria Ali, and at the same time, he shared his view on Islamic art referring from Zakaria Ali book 2. Other than that, I spend my free time making an octopus head shape as a mock-up for my idea last semester. I just used the basic technique, which is the pinch technique, to shape the head of the octopus. I want to try to burn it to see if it will crack or not, as I have never had the opportunity to learn the process of biscuit firing specifically for sculptural ceramics since I entered studying for degree. Besides is the result of my mock-up octopus head after biscuit and glazing process. During my industrial training too, I also learned on how to do drawing with Faik, who is Bangkita staff, and also with Shaira while waiting for the glaze firing that night, and I managed to form a small bowl. Since I was doing this drawing technique for the first time, it was quite difficult for me to control the clay, especially during the fluctuation process of the clay to get rid of the air bubbles inside the clay. However, I am very glad at least I have learned this technique throughout my practical training.
Next task project and activities that we learned during our internship period at Bangkita Ceramic Studio is finishing glazing. Finishing glazing means that we need to clean the surface of the product, but before that, allow the glaze to dry first. Then we use all the fingers to do the finishing, like rubbing and pressing down the unwanted glaze color on the product. Then the purpose of the finishing is to wipe off the high spot on the surface, and if there is any excess glaze or uneven patch of glaze left on the surface, we need to smooth it out. While during the finishing, we need to remove all dust or other material left on the surface. Lastly, we finishing the glaze on the bottom of the surface with sponge and water, because if there is any glaze on the bottom of the surface, it can make the product stick in the kiln during firing. After finishing glazing, we go to the glaze firing. Glaze firing is one of the process that bringing clay and glaze to the high temperature to reach the optimal level of melting. For your information, for the glaze firing, the product should be loaded in the kiln, and the schedule of the firing must be long enough to ensure that all the procedures are sufficient and fully complete. During the soaking period, we must pay closer attention to the temperature to ensure that it does not exceed 1142 degrees and not less than 1142 degrees. Then the king wants the fired product. To take out the fired product. After we take out the fired glazing product, the next task given is we need to put the decal at the back of the product. Decal is a design printed on a special paper that can be easily transferred to another surface. We start doing, we print the decal, then spray the decal use clear spray and cut manually with scissors. And we need to soak the decal for 10 to 20 seconds in the water. And then we need to put the decal at the back of the surface and that use sponge. The last step is we need to put the product with decal in the king to burn it to make the decal stick on the surface. Another task that we got to gain our knowledge is packing product. Before we put the product in the box, we will make double checking to make sure the product not cracked, the surface not rough and safe to use. We also choose the right size of the box which is compatible with the product. Then the staff here teach us how to arrange the product correctly to prevent movement as much as possible. We use multiple layers of bubble wrap to wrap the product and make sure to wrap each piece separately to avoid the product from knocking each other and can cause damage. We also need to fill any gap with bubble wrap or crumpled newspaper until everything inside the box really tight for better protection. Okay, the last is we need to secure the box. Use double packing tape and stick a fragile sticker on the package.
For my reflection, during my industry training at Bangkita Ceramic Studio, I learned a lot of new things. I learned a lot of ceramic skill from Encik Iqbal and his staff. I learned the proper technique in doing slabbing, coiling and throwing. I am finding that my communication ability are improving. I am not afraid to express myself and feel at ease when speaking with my collage. I learned how to effectively improve my time management to finish the work on time. Good time management is important. I learned about teamwork. I believe that working in group is more enjoyable and efficient from work alone. I am happy to doing industry training at Bangkita Ceramic Studio as it's one of Malaysia's best known local ceramic studio for the production of handcraft ceramic. The facilities are very well with sufficient accommodation and workshop equipment to complete the work.
Reflections. Manage time well so that the next job can be done in a allotted time. I can improve my knowledge and understanding about how to produce artwork. In industry training has also allowed me become more mature in the future by teaching me how to deal with the working atmosphere. I learned how important it is to work as a team. It has the potential to make work more effective and efficient. I was also able to gain more in-depth knowledge from the company or the experience because there were learning sessions every Friday led by Professor Haji Awang Ahmad.
The training in this company helped me a lot for my self-development and creativity. When I was doing my training, I was exposed to the actual process of the way they produce ceramic. Starting from the first process, which is the process of making the soil, until the last process, until a tableware product is formed. It also taught me to be more creative in producing new design to be applied to our own product so that we are satisfied with our own design. In addition, this practical training has taught me to work in a team and become a good leader. I do realize that the production team needs good teamwork to have a good quality of the result. By working in a team, it can help us to complete the work faster and did not waste the time. A good leader also plays important role in giving clear instructions so that the teamwork will organize it more systematically. Aside from that, time management is also very important, especially in preparing large orders from clients. Starting from dealing with customer, they must expect us to be able to complete the order on the given date. So, we need to give the appropriate estimate time to the client according to how many orders from them to make sure the production team can complete the order in sufficient time. In addition, the production team also plays an important role in completing orders from customer within the allocate time. My ability to interact with others has also seen a lot of improvement since we were assigned to take work experience in the field of food and beverages at Sepingan Semangkuk Cafe for a week. I find it is very important to deal with customer in a good way so that they feel comfortable with our presence there. If the customer has a good experience in our place, the chances for them to come over again to support our business are high.
My reflection on the industrial training is I am thankful that the industrial training I have chosen has helped me a lot in improving my self-development and creativity. I learned how to enhance my communication skill, and I believe being able to communicate effectively is the most important skill in our life, especially in the workplace. Furthermore, the training also helps us to learn about problem-solving skills that are also important for us when we are working in the future. Then the training can also develop an understanding of the value of teamwork in the workplace. Through the internship, all the staff are really helpful, responsible, and supportive. We decide to divide the work to make it faster and make the overall work operate more efficiently. For example, Aini and I finishing the product while Shahira and Aidil packing the product. Mr. Iqbal always reminds us that a team that works well together is important in order for industry to grow successfully.
For appendice, first is make BBQ activity with Bangkita staff. Second, gotong royong cleaning the studio. Third, make bonding activity by playing bowling together. And the last is dinner with the Bangkita staff. In conclusion, I got a lot of new experience in my life that can be used in the future. I am grateful for the opportunity to learn about working for the organisation. Not only does the training help me improve my creativity, but it also helped me grow as a person. I recognize that working in the real world is really difficult, but it is critical to be physical and mental strong. This experience may not be enabled anywhere else. Mr. Iqbal and his staff are quick and full when I am unsure of something. As a result, everyone benefit from industry training. During the course, we learn a lot of useful lessons and get a lot of experience. I will also be important for us in the future when we begin our own career.
In conclusion, I was very lucky to be one of the intern students at Bangkita Ceramic Studio because I was exposed to a variety of new knowledge that I did not know existed before. With this training, I can learn face-to-face and can hone my skill in making ceramic products. At the same time, I was lucky to meet Prof. Awang Damit Ahmad, who is leading painting artist and can be one of his students. He shared a lot of knowledge with us. I can feel the increasing my knowledge of ceramic is growing and more widespread than ever before. Finally, I would like to thank and appreciate Mr. Iqbal bin Awang Damit and Prof. Awang Damit Ahmad and the entire staff of Bangkita Ceramic Studio for accepting me and taking good care of me for 3 months. Thank you.
The 3 months of industrial training that I have been through in Bangkita Ceramic Studio was the most invaluable experience I had. The training opened my eyes to the real situation of working. It has taught me a lot, from zero knowledge about ceramic until what I know now. the skill, time management, process of making ceramic, process of firing, and many more. I am so grateful that I got the exposure about ceramic world while working in that company. The training built up not only my creativity skill but also my own development, especially when we have classes with one of the famous artists in Malaysia, Professor Awang Dami Ahmad. He taught us many things and helped us a lot in developing idea for our next semester work. I do admit that it is a great opportunity to have a class with him, considering it is something that you will never receive in the classroom. However, I do realize that the real situation of working is sometimes really hard, but it is important for us to be strong physically and also mentally. This industrial training teaches us so many valuable lesson, and we receive a lot of experience during the training, even though it only took 3 months. It is important for us in the future when we are about to start our own career because we are already have the experience. Besides, I would suggest making the industrial training program for art students a bit longer to let the student expose more in the industry.
My conclusion is, the industrial training that I have been through at Bangkita Ceramic Studio was the most invaluable experience I had. I'm very thankful to everything I got at this place and I'm very happy. This training was opened my eyes to the reality of working and helped me to improve and boosting my career in the future. Besides, I'm glad to meet all the kindness and professional person, Mr. Iqbal, Prof. Awang Dami, and all the staff of Bangkita Ceramic Studio, and not to forget all the staff at Spingas Mangkok Cafe and Restaurant. I'm happy that the relationship between us are really good. I'm having so much fun with them. I really appreciate them for helping and guiding me all the way during the industrial training period, from the first day until the last day of internship. Then I'm quite grateful that I complete my 3-month industrial training at Bangkita Ceramic Studio. I wish I can do my best in the future, inshallah. Okay, that's all from us, the student of industrial training at Bangkita Ceramic Studio. Thank you for watching our presentation and we hope you enjoy it.